Hello, boys and girls and families who are watching. It is now time for our activity lesson for today. And for our activity lesson, we are going to be doing our white level letter sound. And the letter sound we are going to be learning today is D. Okay, so for this lesson, at the very end, you are going to need crayons or colored pencils and a pencil. And you'll also need a worksheet. For the families that are watching this, because obviously you do not have a sandpaper letter sound in your house, a piece of paper with the same letter traced for them to copy works just fine. It does not need to be a sandpaper letter, okay? Just a piece of paper with the letter D written on it, fairly similar to this size, but so let's get started with our lesson. So make sure you are sitting down in a nice area where there's no distractions. You're going to watch this video to its entirety for the whole thing, and then afterwards you can do your tracing on your own. Okay? So this letter sound is D. This letter sound that I'm tracing here is D. This is D. This letter sound here is D. D. Can you say this letter sound with me as I'm tracing D? Let's say it together. D. D. This letter sound is D. Now, when I'm tracing this, can you trace with me on your own paper? Can you show me first how you trace D? Good. D. Okay, show me how you trace D and how you say the sound. Good. Can you try again? D. Let's see. Can you try one more time and show me how you say the letter sound D? This letter sound here is D. D. One more time. Show me how you trace it. D. Good. Now, this part here, before we move on to the next part of the questions, this message is for the parents. Feel free to repeat this as many times as you'd like with your child until they kind of grasp or understand a little bit better what it is they are tracing and the sound that is associated with it. There's no pressure for them to get it right away. We just want them to have that awareness of what they're learning before we actually question them what this is. If I can just make a recommendation, don't overdo it. Don't burn them out to the point where they get so bored and that they lose interest. So just enough times for them to feel like they understand it, and then we can move on to this part. This next part that I do, and it's for questioning to make sure that they can understand by associating the letter sound with tracing and acknowledgement of what the actual sound is. So normally in the classroom, what I do is when I'm asking, for this version of what I'm doing online, I'm moving it around the screen asking them what this sound is. But if I was in the classroom sitting next to the child, and you may do the same, is I put it on my head, I put it on my shoulder, I put it on a table, I put it on just up in the air, I put it down on the floor, I put it behind their back, and every time I put it up, I'll say, what is this? Like, what is this in my hand? What is this on my head? What is this on this side of the table? What is this on my leg? What is this on my shoulder? And continuously do it. It makes it fun for the kids. They get a little giggle and a little light where they find it fun to be learning something in a different style. Okay, so now I'm going to ask the kids, what is this letter sound here? Duh. Okay, good. This is how we trace it. What is this letter sound in the corner of the screen here? Duh. Very good. What about this corner of the screen here? This letter sound is duh. What is this one here? And what is this one in my hands? Duh. Very good. This letter sound here is duh. Good. So now that we know what our letter sound is, I'm going to put it in the bottom of the screen. And I'm going to get one thing at a time. So this part of the video, you may not have these objects at home, so you can review and rewind this video as many times as you'd like to learn the objects' names. Now remember, I use a white level rug to help keep my things organized. You do not need them, but this is what I use in the classroom. Here is my white level letter sound box with the letter sound duh. Looks like there's some really cool objects in here that start with the letter sound duh. So let's open it and start labeling them. Remember our 3-finger grip when we grab our things. This is to help us practice for pencil holding. It's like a prerequisite. So the letter sound that we're learning today is duh. That means all of the objects in here also will start with the letter sound duh. Okay, this is, do you know what this is? Dog, dog, duh, duh, duh. Dog, dog, duh. Duh, duh. Can you say that with me? Duh, duh, dog. Duh, duh, dog. Good. This is dinosaur, dinosaur, duh, duh, duh. Dinosaur, dinosaur, duh, duh, duh. Okay. Okay, do you know what this is? This is duck, 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 duck. Duck, 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 duck. Make sure you're repeating these. Let's get our next object. Do you know what this is called? Dreidel, dreidel, da, da, da. Dreidel, dreidel, da, da, da. This is called a dreidel. Dreidel starts with da. Do you know what this is? Diamond, diamond, da, da, da. Diamond, diamond, da, da, da. Diamond. It's pretty. Okay. Dolly, dolly, da, da, da. Dolly, dolly, da, da, da. This is da, da, dolly. Drum, drum, da, da, da. Drum, drum, da, da, da. Drum starts with da. Oops. Do you know what this is? Donkey, donkey, da, da, da. Donkey, donkey, da, da, da. Donkey. Okay. And now our box is empty. Good. And when our box is empty, we close it and put a lid on it so that we don't mess about with our box. Okay? So let's review this. The letter sound that we're learning today, let me move this here, is da. The letter sound is da. This is da. Very good. So now, this is d, d, dog. Say them with me, please. D, d, dinosaur. D, d, duck. D, d, dreidel. D, d, diamond. D, d, dolly. D, d, drum. D, d, donkey. All of these objects here start with the letter sound da. Okay, so these are the objects. You can pause this and rewind it and review them again if you'd like to take a little bit more time to learn them. You can also take the time and pause and think of other things that start with the letter sound da. Maybe different objects that we haven't already labeled here. But now I'm going to put them away. Can you point to the donkey? Da, da, donkey. D, d, drum. D, d, dolly. D, d, diamond. D, d, dreidel. D, d, duck. D, d, dinosaur. D, d, dog. Now, one thing at a time. Is it a good idea to just pick it up and take it away? No. Everything needs to be done one at a time. So I'm going to put my box away. Okay, I'm going to put my red away. Put my paper letter away. Remember, everything needs to be done one at a time. Now, before we wrap up this video, what letter sound did we learn today? Da. Very good job. So what we're going to do is the coloring part now. Let's see. So I made my own pictures and I made my own letter sounds and words in highlighter. You can use a light marker, something that'll show the pencils. Let me go get my pencil really quick. Grab it. Pencil and crayons. So you're gonna need your crayons. And I have my pencil here. So let's review what these objects are for the pictures. I have dot, dot. This word says dot, and this is d. These are donuts. This word says donuts, d. This is a door. This word says door, d. This is the desk. This word says desk, d. This is dinosaur. This word says dinosaur, d. These are dishes. This word is dishes, d. So now what we're going to do is we're going to trace them and we're going to color them. Families, you can make your own worksheets. I can email you one if you'd like, but totally optional. So I'm going to start with my pencil. And I'm going to trace d. And then I'm going to trace da. Okay. This one I don't need to color because it's just a dot, but if you'd like, you can get a crayon and draw more dots. Okay. One thing at a time. Now we're going to do donuts, donuts. So let's trace our da. Okay. Now parents, remember that this might not be to our expectations or our likings of how the children do it, and that is okay. This is preschool and we are repetitively learning how to master our skills. So now we get to color the donuts one thing at a time. I'm going to make my donuts red. Maybe these are strawberry donuts. Yum. Good. Put my crayon back. This is a door. This word is door. Da. Can you say the sound when you're tracing it? Let's see. Da. And I'm going to trace door. I'm going to put the pencil down. One thing at a time. Color my door orange. Or like a red, scarlet. This is desk, desk, da, da, da. Now remember, your children do not need to be able to read any of the words. It's just an extension to give them more time, to take the time to trace nicely. And so this is not necessarily a reading exercise. This is just an extension of the lesson that they learned on the white level. Oops, I went ahead. Desk. But if you're sitting next to them, obviously let them know what it is that they're tracing. And they can associate. I'm gonna color my desk blue. You know, another extension of doing this work is having them sit and focus, pay attention to what the task is in front of them. Oh, look here. I made a mistake and I colored outside of the lines. We're always doing our best to color inside the lines. Am I gonna give up and throw this paper away because I don't like it? No. Do I work with my mistakes even if they're little? Yes. Okay, so we will move on. One thing at a time, I put my crayons away. This is a dinosaur. This word is dinosaur. Da, da, da. Okay, so da, da, da. And then I'm going to trace dinosaur, no. And do you see how all of the words in the very beginning all start with the letter sound da, 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 da. I'm going to put my pencil down and I'm going to get maybe a green color for my dinosaur and color the body. So I'm just gonna work nicely, do my best. Do I make mistakes? Yes. I'm working with them. I'm not gonna color in his eyes or his teeth because your pupils are white. And voila. Rawr. So I'm gonna put my crayons away and I have one more to do. Dishes, da, da, da. Pencil down. I want my dishes to be white, so I'm gonna color the background around the dishes, and I'm going to just shade a little bit. This is called shading. Put my crayons away, and then you can write your own name, or you can have your family write it for you in a highlighter. Just gonna write my name. And that is my worksheet that I did today. So the letter sound that we learned today is da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And all of our words start with the letter sound da. Okay, so that is your lesson on da. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you make your own, make sure you send a picture so I can see your work. So I'm going to put this away one at a time. And that is it. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Love you. Bye.